Why are videos taking so much longer to make nowadays than previous times on this YouTube channel? The answer to that is uh let's wind the clocks back a couple years first off. 2020 and 2021 there's like a new episode of everything coming out like every single day of the week almost. And like 2021 we had them every couple like weeks and for multiple months in a year with only a few gaps. Then later, after season 5 finished, we just kind of wrapped that up, and it's been on a downward trend ever since then. But in 2022, we had decent work. But the thing is, a few things. In 2022, we had 3 episodes of Friends Side Story come out, and those first 3 episodes were much smaller scale. Episode 4 was a little bit larger scale, and that is a desert temple buried in the sand. That is awesome. And there's an aura node near. Oh, that's cool. Basically, oh yeah, I'm on the season 6, and my computer froze. This thing's from 2013. Sorry. This is the Lost Afloat and season 6 server. Basically, they were much more smaller scale videos than what they are now, because like the older ones, like you could just do a couple, but season 6, for example, is the largest scale season out of them all, which is why it's been on hold. Like we've been on stand. It was supposed to come out October of 2022. In a couple of days, it's gonna be October 2025. Hopefully, we get episode 1 out this year. The goal is this year's biggest video. Yeah, unless you can get season 6 out, hopefully, of course. But this year's biggest video is going to probably be Lost Afloat episode 1, which on its own is a really big scale. But that's like a 6-episode series it's outlined to be. Episode 1 of Lost Afloat is like bigger scale than. We're trying a bunch of different new things with filming and editing stuff, and it's not gonna be that crazy. It's not gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is like some sort of Hollywood type tier. No, it's just like somewhat more better editing and somewhat different ways of filming, like first person or third person shots or different stuff and different people's POVs. But that's already way bigger scale than any of the videos from any of the episodes from season 3 or even season 4 or season 5, like kind of season 5. But hopefully this will help us be a stepping stone to getting season 6 out, but that's kind of indefinite. Hopefully I don't know, the 2025 season 6 curse, if that ends up being real, that would be hilarious and epic. But I did that to myself by doing that YouTube poll in 2022. I'm like, guess when it comes out? 2022, 2023, 2024, or 2025? And a bunch of people flocked to 2025 as a joke. And here we are today, still not out. If that would be hilarious if that, and like kind of epic if that happened. I just cursed myself, but it's not even real. It's just a coincidence. Anyways, much larger scale. Also, I got like stuff going. Like you see a bunch of the real life YouTube shorts I'm filming. I'm trying to upload those to kind of keep the channel alive and getting consistent views and stuff. Well, I don't have like these full scale videos like what I'm filming right now here, guys. Oh my gosh, I had a Steve skin on. But yeah, that is a zombie. But okay, then yeah, smaller scale. Yeah, I got this other stuff going on day to day outside filming. I've been getting back into. For a while, I wasn't playing like any Minecraft, even survival, but I've been getting into that recently, and this is the first time I've booted this up in a little bit. I filmed like in July or August, I want to say, a little scene over here, and that was the last thing I did. Or tried to film a couple shots, and it wasn't even the complete scene. That was the last thing I did. You'll probably see that when Lost Afloat episode 1 comes out. But it's been kind of just delays, other stuff I got going on. But now hopefully I can get back into Minecraft and get back into like doing this. But what else? Oh yeah, just a side reminder, the Lost Afloat, which episode 1 is titled Lost Afloat. it's actually The Last Man Standing now. I came up with that September of last year. So 1 year ago, I came up with it's The Last Man Standing now. And yeah, so basically, The Last Man Standing comes out. Then it's episode 1, Lost Afloat, but it's gonna be under an alias, which is like a new, different thing we're doing. It's not gonna be titled anything. It's gonna be titled something different, like some other word that has to do with the video, and we're gonna have a different thumbnail. I'll explain that later on. Some future unknown date explanation video, probably. I don't know. I don't think so, but it's gonna be under an alias at first. Okay, then what else? But you're gonna notice because it's gonna be a really long, and you're gonna click and it's high quality. You're like, oh, this is it. Even though it's not titled that, you're gonna make, oh, this is it. So share it with your friends, people. Maybe not everybody, because that's kind of weird. But people that are like are in the know about this channel and stuff. If people aren't in the know, don't like brainwash them. Keith. Anyway, what else? Yeah, the much larger scale videos, much more scripts, a lot more like lengthwise and a bunch of other stuff, and a lot of people. Some of the people are busy. We have to get voice acting, body acting. We have to do. We do have that's more easier to do the better body acting with more accounts or more different people now that are more available. But the voice acting is I have to sit and edit through and download every single one of these things and put it in at the proper time and correct the audio on this thing. And I barely started the beginning of that, and it's been on a standstill for a while. That's gonna be filming is one thing. What makes the delays significant is the editing, and on top of that, getting the audio that you need and the voiceover together. That's not even including ambient sound effects for like helicopters or like trees and birds and the wind and stuff, and music, and getting that to flow and making it good music and finding a selection. It's not even. You need like a much larger scale team that has some free time to work on this. And I'm a one-man operation here with some help for like filming, but editing, that's a different story. And I was using iMovie, and now I'm trying to relearn we're using CapCut for Lost Afloat episode 1. But for The Last Man Standing episode 1. But which is just slightly better, more better, I don't know. But anyways, that's it. I will also have to construct a bunch of the locations and stuff. Like, that's not even finished down there yet. But yeah, then you have to build a bunch, do a bunch of stuff. But that is it for now. I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully soon, Lost Afloat episode 1 comes out. And hopefully some other cool stuff on the channel. And there's not even that, but also taking into account and factor in other delays that hinder filming in the first place. Like we found the original seed, which helped film like some of those meme videos I made back in July, and the April 1st video. That April 1st video, if I have like a good idea and I have the motivation, that video was thought of, the concept, and like there was no script, it was just on the fly, and I just kind of pieced it together with cinematic shots. Thought of filmed, edited, and uploaded all in one day. And the thumbnail was just like posted the next day because I had to go to sleep. But, that was all in one day, and that had like over 100 views, and was actually a really good edited video, and the music I found for it was pretty good. But I was sitting on that stockpile of music for a while. But yeah, then that had been all in one day, versus like the last Friends side story video I did was March 27th, 2024, right before Easter that year. And that was a reason is I hadn't filmed that in a while. There were a bunch of delays. I was working on other stuff, working on the Halloween special, working on The Last Man Standing. There's a bunch of other stuff to balance and focus on. But then the whole map vaporized itself because I wasn't on the thing for a while, and now we're trying to get the map back from maybe someone has a save file, and if that doesn't work, we're gonna have to do the seed, and that's gonna be annoying because that's gonna I have to rebuild a bunch of stuff, and we lost a bunch of other stuff. I hope someone has a save file from like 2023 or something. But yeah, we're working on that. Friends side story. I had the first episode 7's a larger scale. Episode 7's like episode 4. It's like a pretty good one, but there's more lore drops and cinematic shots and stuff. Episode 6 was kind of choppy with some of the editing, and it was a little laggy at some points, which overshadowed some of the cool chase scenes, and some of that was kind of choppy editing. But, you know, that is a whole nother big headache I have to deal with. But, you know, yeah. Then, what else? Episode 6. Episode 7, it's again larger scale, and I didn't have the time to do that because I was working on other stuff. But last summer, so a year ago, August 2024, we filmed the first scene, or all that was needed, or most that was needed for the first scene of episode 7 of season 2 of Friends Side Story. And like the first scene right after that, we filmed like a clip of, but then we had to undo that because it was like not. I think I uploaded a Me and 3 week this year, but I don't know. Because that was like not shaders. I forgot to put. It was like not shaders. I forgot to put shaders on. So it was Me and 3 week this year. But yeah, that's it. Larger scale. But I will see you guys in the next one. I gotta finish filming this. I don't know if I'm gonna do that right now, but I get maybe today or I don't know. But I gotta finish filming this little scene here. But you know, that is all from me for now. But have a good one, guys. Have a good day. See you guys later. And bye-bye. I will see you all in the next one. Peace. Bye-bye. Peace. Peace.